Case number 91, it says for a certain model of car, the distance d required to stop the vehicle if it is traveling v miles per hour is given by the formula d equals v plus v squared over 20, where d is measured in feet. And then Carrie wants her stopping distance to not exceed 240 feet. At what range of speeds can she travel? So we don't want our distance to be any bigger than 240. So our formula, v plus v squared over 20, has to be less than 240. All right, so we have a quadratic inequality. We need to get rid of that fraction because there are no variables in the fraction. So we just want to get rid of it and move that 240 over. So you have v plus v squared over 20 minus 240 is less than 0. And then multiply everything by 20 to get rid of that fraction. So you have 20v plus v squared minus 4800 is less than 0. Write it in order. So v squared plus 20v minus 4800 is less than 0. And then you want to, it says to solve it on our assignment calendar. We put to solve it in your calculator. I'm going to factor it with a calculator just because it's easier to do. The factors end up being x plus 80 times x minus 60 is less than 0. So x equals negative 80 and positive 60. All right, so we haven't showed you how to do inequalities in your calculator yet, but you can solve or you can factor them and get your factors. And that's all we need. And now we could do a number line. So we have negative 80, positive 60. We don't want it to equal 240. We want it to be less than 240. So these are both going to be inequalities, not equal to. And then you want to plug in points. So something less than negative 80, negative 100, I guess. That will be negative, this will be negative, that will be positive. Alright, so plug in something between negative 80 and 60. How about 0? So this one becomes positive, this one stays negative, so this is negative. And then something bigger than 60, so plug in 100. This last one becomes positive, and that's positive. Alright, so we're looking for less than 0, so we want to find the negative value, so this is negative. So our interval is from negative 80 to 60, not including either one. Now, looking at our problem, it says, at what range of speeds can she travel? Well, obviously, she's not going to be traveling negative 80 miles per hour. So this really is going to start at 0 and go up to 60, but not include 60. It can include 0 because that's in this range of values. So 0 is included. So she must be going... go between 0 and 60 miles per hour, not including 60 miles per hour. And that is your answer.